Jungwoo, Ryoo, and Hyeseon Kim have lived in central Pennsylvania since 2005. They first came to the United States more than 2 decades ago from their home country of South Korea.
South Korea has some big cities, so I was born in one of those big cities, Daegu. And then I had an opportunity to come to the US as an exchange student.
Jungwoo's studies led him into a career in academia. Today, he is the chancellor at Penn State DuBois. Hyeseon also came to the United States as an exchange student.
I was born the opposite side of where he's from, so I was born in Yongwang. I was given this opportunity to come to America on a scholarship, and I came to America in 1994. So that's where I ended up meeting my husband.
I was 25, and she is a little older by like 6 months.
No, 10 months.
Okay. Anyway.
Now we lived more years in America than in Korea.
My name is Yamila Audisio. I grew up in a small town in rural Argentina. I went to the University of Rio Cuarto, where I studied history. And while I was a student there, I met Eric, who is now my husband. In 2016, we moved to the Johnstown area, and we started our life here in Western PA.
Alexi Casilla remembers his family's first impression of the area.
I remember when we drove from Florida to here, we had like 5 minutes left, and my wife said, "Where are you taking me? I don't see nobody here." So when we turned right, we came here and she was very impressed. This place was hiding from the world. I am from the Dominican Republic, from a city called San Cristobal. I have a wife, Dalkis, and 2 boys, Alex Jr., who is 13 years old, and Alex John DL, who is 9. I got here to the United States because of baseball, as a professional baseball player. I first signed with the Anaheim Angels back in 2003. Then I got traded to the Minnesota Twins. It was the first time in Minnesota that I saw snow. And then Baltimore Orioles. When I retired from professional baseball, I made the decision that it was time to bring my kids here in the United States. I wanted to give them the opportunity to come to school here. So I was doing my research. I read about State College, that it was a good town, and the school had a good rating. So that was how I made that decision.
We are collecting balls.
Oh my goodness, how nice. I have a son, Vincent, or Vicente. He is 4 years old. Can I give you a kiss?
One of the challenges that parents like Yamila talk about is figuring out how to raise children across 2 cultures.
My son was born here in Johnstown, and he's a 100% American boy.
Go!
But my husband and I are teaching him and sharing with him the Argentinian culture through songs, through books, and also through trips. We take him to Argentina every year, and he gets the best of both worlds. Stir, 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 stir. I have been teaching him to cook the same way I learned from my parents and grandparents.
Let me.
Gently. He also speaks to my parents on the phone every week. Who is that?
Oh, where I've come from Argentina.
My parents don't speak English, and he doesn't speak Spanish, but they understand each other through love, I guess.
So this is the scroll. It's Korean. So Korean writing goes into this box. Every syllable fit into the box. And this is the chant that we recite in every service. And these are the picture of our 3 kids when they were young.
For Hyeseon and Jungwoo, being bicultural was a factor in how they raised their 3 sons.
I explain to our kids why it is important to maintain your cultural heritage and identity as a Korean American. It shaped who they are. We tried Taekwondo, which is the national sport of Korea.
And also Boy Scouts of America. Our kids really got a lot out of that experience.
And music. Through music, they develop this confidence and resilience.
Music means a lot to me. I was very young when I was first exposed to piano. And then life happens and you just don't have those opportunities to sit down and enjoy your passion.
He paid for kids' lessons for 10 years, and when they stopped, that it's my time.
Music is about what is possible and what I can accomplish if I keep trying.
For Alexi, baseball has played a dual role, providing a way for his kids to stay connected to their Dominican roots, and also a way for him to find community here.
Just stay right there on your shoulder, right there. And then from there, you're going back, and then to the ball, right? And we are rotating the back foot. Yes. I didn't know anybody here, and I wanted to make friends. So I say, why not get involved and help the community with my baseball knowledge? Nice. Baseball has been my passion my whole life. And coaching my kids means a lot because that reminds me of when I first played baseball. I still have in my mind those beautiful moments when I was a kid. In the Dominican, baseball is everything. Growing up, you're watching baseball games, you have idols. They play here in the United States, and they have success. You know, Dominican is not a rich country. Dominican is a poor country. So you grow up as a kid playing baseball, and the first thing that you think is that you want to help your family. I'm very grateful to baseball because baseball gave me the opportunity to come here to the United States and get paid for the job that I love.
Can you tell me, what color is this?
Wow.
Rojo. My ethnic background is complex. In Argentina, we don't classify people into groups. You're just Argentinian. When I moved here and I went to the doctor's office and they give you those forms to fill, I had an existential crisis because I was thinking, what am I? Americans think of Central Americans and South Americans as Latinos, but Argentina has a lot of European immigration just like here. And my family happens to be of Italian descent. So I don't feel like I'm in one group. The idea of moving to a different country was super exciting because I wanted to see what's out there and meet new people and have new opportunities to do new things. But I soon found out the hard reality of making connections and friendships. I remember crying a lot because once, the fun is over of being in a new place and traveling, and then you're like, okay, what do I do now?
Yamila thought about how she could find community here, while also staying connected to her roots.
Growing up, my family was heavily influenced by Italian culture, and I started to think about the foods that we eat, the things that we do, and it's Italian. It's all Italian. So I decided to create an Italian club for the area. Benvenuti, y'all. That means welcome. Today we are going to have a pizzelle demonstration. We get together, we socialize. We have done cooking demonstrations. We also explore the language.
How do you say eat well?
Mangiare bene.
Bene.
Bene. Now we are going to be reading a book. We're inviting guests to speak about different topics. So it's cultural, but it's also a way to build community. Community to me means to be involved, and it means a group of people that welcomes everyone and have each other's backs. And I hope I am part of building that here for myself and for others as well.
Will, left field. Ray, third base. John D, second base. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, team!
Thomas, one and two. When I started teaching John DL, he didn't know how to play catch. He didn't know how to swing at the bat, because when I was playing baseball, I didn't have the time. But here, now I have the time because we are out of the chaos. My wife and I are trying our best to teach our kids both cultures. In the Dominican, we live for baseball, and that's one of the things that they need to know about their country, Dominican Republic. Hi, here we go. Sometimes when they are watching my videos in the internet, they tell me, "Hey Dad, you're famous. You're famous." And I'm like, I just work hard. You have to do the same thing.
One of the essential qualities of a person coming to the United States of America is resilience. We have very abstract ideas of an American dream and all these opportunities available in the US. But those dreams and opportunities just don't come to you. You have to be ready to sometimes get hurt and depressed, but at the same time, never giving up and always moving forward.
On April 28th, I finally got my citizenship approved after many years of waiting. It was a super difficult process, and it finally happened, and I'm very excited about it. I feel like now I have two homes. Every time I go back to Argentina, it feels like being home, but when I come here, I feel the same way. And you have double, everything is double. Double family, double friends, double everything.
When we first came, we were gonna try for 1 year, and then after that, maybe we try something new. But we have good neighbors and good people in the community. My kids feel comfortable now and they don't want to go somewhere else.
It is so important to find your tribe. And so get involved and not just show up, but be part of that group. And by engaging with the group, not only you are learning the American life, but at the same time, you develop as a person.
Watch full episodes of Keystone Stories now on the PBS app.